Um,
Private. Or in chat, I don't care which one. But then I can throw it in the... Just easier. They can hear you now. Jeez. Give them a diatribe. It's their epic rant. They can hear you now. Yeah. Jeez. What? Give them a diatribe. Nice. Perfect. Like perfection. Make the owner of the channel do it without them doing it. That's some pro stuff right there. Isn't it? Mm-hmm. Sounds legit. All right, brother. Try to have yourself a wonderful night. Of course. I mean, you could have been like, no. Thank you for your assistance, and thank you for good conversation. Thank you, chat, for coming. God bless you all. Have fun at Emmett's. And remember, Emmett's grounded. I know. Okay. You too. Good night.
My bad. Okay, now you should be able to hear me. Hey. Where's Little Moo, cat? Where is Little Moo? I want to see Little Moo. Also known as Biogenes, which I think is a cool name. Let me be honest about it. Well, now you can hear me. Or you should be able to, at least. How's everyone doing tonight? Good to see you all. Let me put some music so this is not as just me working with a knife. So far, no blood has been drawn. I've gotten a couple of close calls, but no blood yet. So I'm really happy. Because my hand's been killing me lately. I'm here for the blood. Hey, blood for the blood god. If I ever do a Chaos Space Marine warband, I'll probably add a little bit of blood to the paint. Because I think that will be cool. I did see a lot. I've been watching a lot of videos of Warhammer 40k. Too many, to be honest. This is the guy I've been building. Look at him. They will have so much detail. And these are not even like the detailed kind of characters. Maybe later I'll get a box of either Grey Knights or Custodes. Good night. Good night and God bless you, Abe. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. Are you even doing it right if there's no blood? I'm doing it right. There's one marine I cannot build right now because it's the captain and I cannot build it until everything is until I get some specific things. Okay, cut that out. Be sure. Okay. Right there. Okay, let's put some music. Let's do something. Oh. And that is how you get blooded in this hobby. To be fair, probably Kat will not be able to do this. She's been telling me that she has like a really bad time dealing with certain specific kind of little things. What do we? Let's go ahead and go. Got a little bit of music. Oh, the lamb in the sweater? That's not Little Moo. You said Little Moo is so cute. Like, did you take a picture? Are you gonna show us? Did you stream and I didn't realize? What's going on over here? Look at that little fella. Cute little fella. Oh, little moose in the screen. Pixel Moo. I see. My bad. I used to be meaner when I used to drink. It is what it is. Get a mold line remover, dude. Less blood. It's fine. It's not even... These things doesn't have that many mold lines. Like, the thing I was removing wasn't a mold line, it's just the spruce. So... that's what I'm removing right now. Yeah, fighter's awesome. Little fighter. Little fighter's really cool. Pretty awesome, dude. I wonder if we'll get anything here. Nope. But you know what? I can actually just find, look for it. Videos.
This is the thing that blows my mind, right? It's like there's all these people that grow.
I continue watching these, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it smaller around here. Right over there. I'm gonna go ahead and watch it real quick.
Grandstand on this idea of democracy. Just look yourself in the mirror for 5 seconds and understand something. If you have, and I'm not talking to you, Dusty, because I understand you're a smart guy, but just hear me out. If your skull's too thick for yourself to hear it, you need to hear me hear it. Democracy chose Trump.
That's true. Democracy choose Trump. A online rule works for both. Yes, but you know, I want to take away half of my finger before I do it. That's it. Like, I'm not even bloodied, dude. Not even bloodied yet. You're gonna need to get me to get bloodied. Did I fuck this up? Oh no, I didn't. Okay, it's fine. Was just watching at the spruce to be sure I didn't fuck it up. Why they don't send you them cut out? Because this wouldn't be as fun, cat. Because this wouldn't be as fun. I guess. I don't need to uber clean that one. Just gonna go ahead and get this set up. Yeah. The price will go up more? More? Can we not? Can we please not? Fucking price of plastic crack is through the roof, dude. Not fun till the blood starts dripping. I can agree with that. Yeah, it's probably gonna go like this. Maybe... No, I have to put it like this. Like, almost hitting. Okay. Who is coping and cheating? I don't know who's cheating, but I can tell you who's coping. I can tell you I am coping. Where's my Twitter? Oh, there they are. Let me go ahead and cut this one. I learned my lesson about these little things, and now I'm being really good. No work tonight. Oh, you're not working?
Democracy voted him into office.
Hold on. I wasn't going to make this.
They wanted these deportations. No. He talked about mass deportation his entire campaign. You can't find me. You're not going to find me a clip of him saying we're only going to deport criminal illegals. Actually,
hey, that was your job. I'm not doing your homework for you. I've got plenty of clips from my side. What I was going to say though is the democracy is not what elects the government or the president.
What? My hands would not allow me to do this. I think you could do it. You just need to be very careful and take your time. I drop everything. I've dropped every single one of the ones I build like at least 2 times. I'm just being super careful and trying not to do it. Have a little field day with that one. Same here. The mole line there. It's a big mold line there. Oh wait, no, it's not a mole line. There's a little bit of a mole line, but not actually a big one. Can you tell Mr. Bill to get a Michigan visor will allow his prosthesis better than his green one? Yes. Mr. Bill, get a Michigan visor.
What?
Democracy. The democratic process.
I'm not part of the panel of the panelverse, Mr. Bill, and I don't think AB's either. That's the only thing. Neither Scott. That was the only like weird. We're like, what are you talking about?
Says looking for.
No, you weren't mean.
Not what elects president. It's the electric college. Those voters are appointed by the 2 parties.
Yeah, but he got the electoral college and the popular vote.
So
that's the Democrats' typical argumentation point.
I'm just going to grant.
They didn't get the popular vote.
I'm just going to grant. He got put into office straight up.
Yes,
even though I think that all of them are rigged, but whatever. He got put into office straight up. So fucking what?
So it's rigged in both directions, Dusty? It's rigged in both directions? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think there's 2 directions. There's one direction.
Authoritarianism.
It's one bird. It's got 2 wings.
I can agree with that. With that. But here's the issue, right? So I don't know who this polyhomo is in chat, but he's like spamming real bad.
Oh yeah, you gotta ignore him. He's the worst.
Yeah, but so here's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
The sentiment in the public has drifted in one direction, and it continues to shift in that direction, right? Like with these videos coming out and everything, people are not really changing their minds on these deportations. I know you're pulling up Joe Rogan here. He was never a fan of deportations. He was always a left-winger.
Oh.
So he's going to stick with the same thing that he's always thought, which was deportations look incredibly cruel. Do they look cruel? Yes. I'm not going to argue that at all. That's just a fact.
Well, the question is not whether if they look cruel or not, is whether if they are cruel or not. That's the actual question, is are deportations cruel? Dusty felt so much since the Sarah thing. Dusty's always been really consistent in his belief system. We just like him more because he used not to be trying to be completely against cops and against the government at that time. And we were very against the government at that time too, because it was Biden, right? $2,000 child-proof prescription bottles per day? I see. Oh, sorry about that, Cat. I can see how that will make your hands hurt.
They look incredibly cruel. You're separating families, everything. But at the end of the day, the onus does. Here's you want to know where I stand, like when it comes to the emotional side of things, and I'll give you this, right.
No,
Just
I
hear
want to
me
know
out.
what you stand on the logical side of things. I want to know what benefit you think this is. If this, what is the good that is coming of this?
Fulfilling a campaign promise. It's a politics game, dude.
Do you? What is the good? What would make you support these actions?
The fact that a politician's actually going to do what they say they were going to do.
So you give more fucks that Trump didn't lie in this case to his voters than you do about, say, all the harm that might be caused by his policy.
What harm is going to be caused by this?
Really?
Yes.
I don't even think that I should have to answer that.
Yes.
You don't
Yeah, I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
You don't
Yeah,
see
he
people
needs to
getting
tell
shot.
us
You don't
what is
see
the harm.
you don't see military.
This is incredulity, right? I don't even. I can't believe it. Yeah, incredulity doesn't answer the question. What is the harm? He's like presenting that there's gonna be harm being caused, or there's harm being caused. So you're gonna know what the harm is if you're gonna make that argument. Which, to be fair, I understand. Hey, baby Bree, how you doing? Welcome. You're falling apart? I don't think you're falling apart. Everybody's falling apart. My arms have been like hurting me lately. I think it's because I've been like really trying really hard to do these miniatures, but I wouldn't know, to be honest. I'm not entirely sure why. Okay, I'm gonna be doing these. And then yeah, this one came out real good. I don't know if I should glue it right now. I think I will. Well, he made a pure argument for incredulity. It's like, what do you mean? Right? It's like, well, I don't know how incredulous you want to be in this regard, but at the end of the day, you did say that it's causing harm, and the onus is in you in this specific case to let us know what is the harm, because you're making the claim. And he said he had a lot of different proofs, so that should be an easy one. That's the basis of the whole argument.
Hold up. See. Okay. So that's that like self-victimization bullshit.
No, it's
that
not.
lady put herself, and you even said it yourself on my stream and my chat.
You need to take a step back and look at this. Look at the big picture. Trump's ICE actions, big picture. Whether or not you agree with the lady in the car or the ICE agent, it doesn't matter. What is happening, what the outcome of his actions is way more civil strife, damn near a civil war up there.
Where?
And all for what? To get some people out whose paperwork isn't right?
Where though? That's the question. Where?
Where what?
Because in states all over the country, blue and red, they are working with ICE. And there's not mass demonstrations. But just so happens in Minneapolis, where we discovered that there's like massive amounts of
there are demonstrations,
transportation,
every city,
child care, all these different amounts of fraud, and they send a surge of agents in there. A day later, they start to have mass protests over this.
Bro,
and some stupid
There are
bitch gets
protests
shot
everywhere.
trying
You're
to
just not aware of them.
impede federal operations. I
Look,
mean,
up,
like,
look up your city. I guarantee you've got a protest every weekend.
yeah, we have protests, but they're not impeding federal officers.
They're just not getting the attention.
No. Like, dude, I'm on Reddit. Trust me. I'm in r/Birmingham. I'm in Birmingham, Alabama. They go to Railroad Park where there's no streets. They go to 5 Points and they stand by the fountain outside of the street.
What?
Because
Why are
our
you-
mayor doesn't put up with that shit.
I
And we
understand
already
that if
proved
you
that in
want to suck
2020.
government dick, you won't get shot. Why are you saying people should suck government dick to not get shot? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
No, see, but you're not listening to me. Here's my issue with this whole thing. You have politicians who will come out and they will say that they're against something.
This a libertarian trope, right? If you see that the government is doing anything, even if you think that it's justified, in reality what's going on is that you are pretty much sucking their dick, right? Hey, War Radio, good to see you. I am low falling apart too, chatting crazy. Oh, I hope you're having a good time with the crochet. I was like, if you want to know about drama, I got pretty pissed today, but I already talked about it with Dave, so I don't need to rehash it. Workout done. There's like a lot of different channels about the hobby when it comes to Warhammer and all that, and I'm gonna be honest, I think once they know like my political beliefs, I'm gonna get pretty much banned from my gaming store, and I'm gonna have to be like doing this on my own. But fuck him. I'm not gonna change that.
The politicians in Minneapolis are not taking a resistant approach. They are taking a neutral approach. They're saying we're not going to help you, and they're leaving the onus on these citizens.
I'm not.
Hold on, dude. Let me
them.
finish. You asked me a question, so let me finish. They're leaving the onus on the citizens to go out and put themselves in harm's way, to get pepperballed, to get shot, to get arrested, because these pussy-ass politicians aren't willing to do this shit themselves. They are taking a neutral stance, while the citizens that they've been telling this is Gestapo, this is all this other shit, where in every other fucking state that doesn't have these issues is just cooperating with the federal government. Like, that's what the Civil War was fucking fought over, was state governments cooperating with the Union. I mean, like, that's literally...
Are you done not answering the question? Can I
No, I am.
Well, I knew he was gonna do it. Because that's the only thing they have. So he's an agnostic. First off, he said it himself, I'm an agnostic, so he doesn't have like actual knowledge. This is not me attacking him. This is just the position that he holds himself. And in that position, he has to take the bullet that he has no actual knowledge. You know, it is what it is. But he has to accept it. So he's always talking like mad shit about me whenever I'm on Confluence panel. He goes on and he like pretends to know stuff. It's so weird. But yeah, I knew he was gonna be using my preference at the end of the day. It's I wasn't like, I know I go to Confluence, I'm gonna have like a heated discussion most of the time because we have we're so different in the worldview. And today I was just trying to meme. Like, I was just trying to meme my position. But like, it helped me much. Still got super heated. But yeah, Brandon is a gay theist. He's an actual gay theist, and he does think that the way for him the only way he can get to any kind of justification at all is through his preferences. When I was supposed to, just so you know, like the moment he was saying like, what is your worldview? He said, I'm not entirely sure. Like, there's no debate there. It's like, what am I gonna debate there? What am I gonna question about your worldview? Your worldview is a big I don't know. There's absolutely nothing there. Now, I know people get very mad when I say that, but it's true.
I'm answering the question. What I'm saying is,
he's a bad feel, bro. That's what it is. Did you see the debate between Bob and Andrew? Like the 20-year-old kid that was like downing a bunch of Red Bulls in Andrew? It's like that kind of. He's that kind of feel, bro.
No, there's someone new. Hold on, Nolan. Go ahead and finish your thoughts, Lower Class. I was just bringing someone new I don't know on the stage.
Dude, all I'm saying is, like, I'm not saying I agree with the direction. I'm not saying I necessarily agree with, like, everyone should just capitulate to the federal government. But
That
what I'm
sure
saying
sounds like
is,
what you're saying.
but I mean, there's an obvious cause and effect. And if you're not seeing it, you're either not trying to, or you're purposefully ignoring it, is all I'm saying. Because in states where they capitulate and they just work with the federal government and then try to do things legislatively, is like, that's how our Constitution was written. That's how things go, right? We're a constitutional republic. That's how things work in this country. When they do things the way we are supposed to do them in this country, no one's getting shot in the streets. No one's getting pepperballed. U.S. citizens aren't being arrested. But then you go to places like Minneapolis, where it's all eyes on Minneapolis right now, because it's just the truth. This is the truth.
Okay, once again, look, listen to what I'm saying to you. I understand that people will not get shot if they suck the government's dick.
Right.
I'm not even defending the local politicians or state politicians that are not having the balls to do what protesters are. What I'm saying is, why the fuck are you not outraged at the federal government's actions? Why aren't you starting at the start?
Well, I mean, personally, I just don't give a fuck about if the first thing.
Well, the question is, why would he? Why would he be outraged? What is the action that needs the outrage? That's my question. What is the action needed for him to be outraged? Anybody knows? Because I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the action is for him to be outraged.
Thing you do in this country is commit a crime. I don't really give a shit what happens. It doesn't affect me left or right.
Do you give a fuck about the people who live in neighborhoods who don't want ICE agents all over their neighborhood?
Should have came out to vote. I don't know what to tell you.
No. Okay,
That's
so if like, we've got kids, right? I don't want a whole bunch of masked armed men running around looking for Poncho who doesn't pay income taxes.
But they're only masked and armed.
You don't give a fuck about the locals. You don't give a fuck about the immigrants. We know that already. Why do you give so many fucks about the cops? Do you love the taste of boots?
No, dude, because they're not masked, and they're not even masked and armed when they go to these states that capitulate. They pull them out of jails. You gotta understand, dude. They pull them out of jails and they put them into cars, and then they take them to whatever deportation camp that they have.
Why should the locals capitulate with having military in their neighborhoods looking for something that's never been a big fucking problem?
Because that's how the country works, and that's how democracy works, my friend. That's it.
Hey, Power Dusty, you remember me? It's your friend Nolan.
No. Maybe.
I used to come to the show. Jack Talcott, Landry.
What's up, Nolan? Oh yeah, you know Landry. Okay, yeah, I know who you are. You're good. All right.
Yeah, remember me? Your old friend. Yeah.
What's going on?
What's going on about you, sir? Mine. There's nothing going on with my life. What about you?
Well,
your life seems to be like a roller coaster.
People love the flavor of boot.
I don't understand what the problem with sucking dick is.
I don't even get it. I don't even get it. Andrew very gracious patient. I didn't watch it. Wait, what? Andrew was very gracious and patient with him. I didn't watch it. Yeah. I'm trying not to rage bait myself lately. I want ice, baby. Yeah. You know, guys. I was convinced though by our friend earlier today that I just need to go and give myself to the authorities. Go back to Czechoslovakia. He obviously knows my status, so I need to just go to Czechoslovakia. Now, these little freaking magnets, look at how small it is. Look at magnet. I drop them all the damn time. All of it. Just drop them. Fucking time. I don't think it's good enough. I need more space.
Whoa. Hey.
Yeah, I know. He was like, "You're an arrow trash."
Hey, Powder Dusty, sir, Powder Dusty. Sir, King Stephen has been watching your channel right now, and he mentioned that you kicked him out from your channel earlier on the live stream.
Yes, correct.
Why?
He knows why.
What is
Pardon?
happening right now?
He knows why.
I believe you should bring him up again. He's like the King Stephen, man. He's trying to help us all.
Well, well, that's very kind of him. Here's what I'll do. He can be rebought on. So if you or he or anybody else would like to contribute, make a small donation to the channel, say $10, I'll bring him up and give him another chance. But I'm gonna kick him right back off when he starts going to creepy sexual things at the girls in the chat, or when he starts getting racist.
Oh, right, he was doing that too. Yeah, I wasn't really paying much attention to him. He was going on and on.
Does that seem fair? It's basically the same thing that I've always done. The same deal I've had for the years I've known him. So.
For being Powder Dusty, you're being too harsh with King Stephen. You are Sir Powder Dusty. You are a man of kindness and generosity. You should help him.
Bro, he's fluffing you, Dusty. Holy shit.
I know he is. I'm not that though.
Alright. You look like fittest flat earther, the guy, I believe. The channel. You remember in one of Landry's live streams, I mentioned that you look like fittest flat earther?
No. Did you call me that? Is that a person? Or
yes. It's a channel. Please search it on YouTube. Fittest Flat Earther. You look exactly like him. No offense, but he's also very handsome. You look exactly.
Thank you. You're a very good fluffer.
Holy moly.
Fittest Flat Earther. Let me private chat.
Nice plug. But yeah, no. Are you just here to tell King Stephen? I mean, he's a king. He should be rich. Tell him to make a small $20 donation, and he'll be back up.
All right, I'm actually not actually he has kept a restriction in his channel that only people who are subscribed for 7 days can type in his channel. So I don't have any.
I've been subscribed that long. You should also tell him, because I'm pretty sure I'm still blocked entirely over at his. You should tell him to unblock me. That would also help get him on panel.
Okay.
Are you taking notes?
So I
Not
changed
just notes.
the
Your words are like
the glue
I don't know
from the
written in stone.
for the magnets. I was using plastic glue, but it's not good for magnets, and I'm trying to use super glue for magnets now. I didn't know it until now. I didn't know that it didn't work for magnets until now. So I see that K2 sent me something, so I'll go ahead and check it.
Then look at all the money.
Can I share? Is anything bad in this thing? K2? Your alter ego is Eurotrash. Yeah, I was like, you're a European. And then I said Czechoslovakia like 3 times, and he thought it was Czechoslovakia like 3 times. And I thought it was very funny that he got it wrong 3 times, when the first thing he said was Czechoslovakia, you mean Mexico? And then he was just like, you're from Czechoslovakia. Okay. Yeah, no, whatever.
That they stole. Look at all that $9 billion and then put nothing in the community. Fuck them somebody. It's just like George Floyd. His stupid ass family got $20 million and they didn't even build a community in the city. They just left with the money. Fuck George Floyd too. Put all that shit on to whatever you film and put that shit out there, because that's how it go. When you don't fuck with the community and help the community, fuck you. They took that money and left. Now look at them. They all broke. They got tricked out of all that money. They ain't got shit right now today. Off for 20 million. Come on, man. Quit playing with the game. All this shit is a farce.
Yeah, it's true. All of that's true. I mean, except for the fact that he's like trying to. Another video in Discord.
United States landed in Greenland yesterday and installed white flag vending machines for French military convenience. Eyewitnesses report they sold out within hours.
The French government is royally pissed off. They say the U.S. didn't bring nearly enough white flags and are demanding answers.
Yeah, you're not wrong, actually.
Yeah. I mean, I also remember that you also look like this one of the actors from Vikings, you know?
From what? Vikings?
From the yeah. You know the guy or Rolo.
I don't know which one that is, but I've seen a little bit of Vikings. All right,
yeah, the brother.
You're very good at what you do.
Dusty, could you please stare directly into the camera close up so we can see what color your eyes are?
They're brown.
Hey, Powder Dusty. No, you look like this brother of Ragnar.
Oh, fuck.
The hero's brother, the protagonist's brother, the big guy.
What is your favorite thing about me, Nolan?
Oh my god.
Favorite.
Can we move on?
Did I?
What
He loves you.
No. Yep.
Oh.
So you're saying you're over here doing his bidding, but you don't have any way of communicating with him?
Bro, he's straight up marketing this dude's channel on your stream. What the fuck is going on right now?
Shit, man.
I know he is, but he's so
Settle
good at
down,
what he does.
settle down, settle down, settle down.
He just admitted that Steven likes me the same way the girls like me.
Well, no, he's kind of almost throwing shade at King Steven
fuck.
because he's like, I haven't been subscribed for 7 days, but he's like a
And
really
he
big guy.
just said that he was gay.
Well, so am I. How gay are you, bro?
Yeah.
I bet. Do you think King Steven is more gay than you are? Because you're only 51% gay.
Hey! You can do
what
one
would you
thing.
do on Thursdays in Afghanistan? That's my question.
Stop
Hey,
fagging
on
out.
your live chat, just type King Stephen. You're welcome
the
here.
fuck
Just
up.
type.
Do you guys hear that they're using drones to target Starlink users? Iran is not
Okay, can we move on from that dumb conversation?
the Rav. I'm
Please.
using smoke signals currently for my broadcasting.
I found the good shit on IG.
I got
Wire
a
hanger.
keyboard router with
Epic.
I really
Or
cannot
the
believe that he called me
Wish
Eurotrash.
internet.
Like, I almost believe everything
Yeah.
else, but Eurotrash was
Wire hanger and some
Wild.
foil, man.
Yeah. Have the kids
We use our
hold
wire
up.
hangers for other things around here.
That was only when I was a kid. That's why I ended up so good. You know what I mean?
Going to hell for that joke.
If you bend a wire hanger right, you can make toast over the element of a stove,
You can.
or on a
You
wood
can.
stove, or over a fire. Yes, done that when I was a kid.
But anyway, so Dusty, we agree. You're wrong. I'm right. Yeah.
You're gonna squander the beautiful saving, the way that he saved you from this.
Saved me. Oh man.
Here's what we do. We're gonna agree. You refuse to look at the big picture and start at the beginning. You jump straight to the end. You have I have no idea if you have any idea why you're a bootlicker and why you're not mad at the origin of the problem, but instead you think that people should just cooperate and comply. Lay down, roll over, and do what the men tell you.
See, so that's not even what I'm saying. I'm taking a step back from all that, and what I'm doing is I'm looking at it from a realistic standpoint, where in states where the state government does what the way that this
I know you're
country was
repeating just
established-
cooperate.
Yeah, the way this country was established, which is when people.
Why should the federal government impose militarized federal agents where they're not wanted? Why is that idea? Why is that?
Because the people voted on that. Like that's how this thing works.
No, the people didn't vote on it.
They did, yes. When they
You're
elected
saying because Trump is president and he has the power to.
and they put the Republicans in the Senate and they put the Republicans in the House.
You know what?
Everybody was along that same line.
Did the people vote on Obamacare?
Well, I mean, that was something that Obama
Did
was.
the people vote on income taxes? Did they vote on the war on drugs? What you're saying is because our politicians have chose this, and vicariously, allegedly, we choose them. What you're saying is, all you're saying is because they're the bosses.
This was, that's the thing, though. This was one of his biggest campaign things. We're like,
You never did find anything where he says he's going to go after anybody.
okay, fine, I'll do it. Fuck it. Jesus Christ.
Where Trump totally lost me was when he started suggesting the death penalty for drug traffickers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with that. You know, like,
And just because somebody's in office properly and got there properly doesn't mean that everything they do from there on out is right. You know that, right? Like, they can still do some fuck shit after winning an election properly.
Well, he is, to be fair, he was convicted of drug trafficking, so I would be against that too. That's a self-preservation tactic. Now, I don't agree with him, and I think Trump is specifically talking about Trump was talking specifically about certain not politicians, certain drug traffickers. And if you know, or if you knew what they do, that I think you would be okay with death penalty. I think the majority of the people would be okay with the death penalty. These people are insane.
Yeah, but like, yes, they can 100%. I don't disagree with that. But what I'm saying is, like, this was one of the forefronts of his entire campaign.
No.
2024.
Your opinion. Why do you think? I understand. I'm not even disputing the fact that he won the election. He did. He won the election. He was anti-immigrant. This is a massive country where this shit is not wanted. There is not a uniform consensus across the country that everybody wants the military in their neighborhood. So you think that the ones who don't want it just sucks to suck? The rest of us voted for you.
Well, I mean, but that's the whole concept of the way our country is designed, and that's how it's.
Well, I look forward to seeing if your attitude on this holds consistently over time. When next round we've got liberal president who's got.
But they did it. This is the difference. They allow it. They allow this to happen. They allow 20 million immigrants to flood the country. This wouldn't be happening if they hadn't done what they did, but they did it already. So it's like, you guys are not allowed to use any kind of power, but we are gonna use every kind of power that you know. But they are allowed to use any kind of power. That's a problem. It is a problem. I don't work on Sundays. No, cat, paid holiday. Oh yeah, but that's right. You have a holiday. I don't know what the holiday is today.
Already got standing armies in all the fucking cities. Then you're gonna be going, oh my god, I'm retarded. But you'll be sitting in a FEMA camp, so it won't matter.
Well, I mean, yeah, 100%. But at the same time, if the people vote on that, I'm fucked, right? Like, that's just how that goes. That's the precedent that's been set in the country. If the people vote on right wingers to be murdered en masse, I'm fucked.
I understand.
I'll go out guns
I'm not asking about how things are. I understand that if you fuck with people with guns, you're gonna get shot probably, right?
Yeah.
I understand that if you comply, they won't shoot you. What I'm saying is, why are you saying that people need to comply instead of being like, well, these motherfuckers need to get out of here and stop shooting citizens so that they can round up people who have never been this big of a problem before. Our whole lives we've had illegal immigrants here. It's not been an issue.
Yes, but not to the degree we have over the last 4 years, man. I mean, like we've had illegal immigrants, but we've never had it like, and this isn't like just some kind of propaganda. There's videos of like massive caravans coming over our borders.
I know there's videos, lots of stuff. Now, you live in Texas, so I would expect that you've seen. See, here in Kansas City, I have actually not seen any increase in illegal immigrants. What I have seen is an increase in homeless people. There's a lot more homeless people than there used to be, but I've not seen any increase in illegal immigrants. Have you?
Well, I'm actually in Bama, but yes, over the last 4 years, I did see an increase, but I'm also in like a deep red state, and you know, Governor Ivey totally works with ICE, and these things are getting handled the way they need to get handled. You know, now granted,
I don't think these things need to be handled.
I will give you The homeless crisis in this country has definitely gotten a lot worse, but
this is a contrived enemy. This is a paper tiger. It's propaganda.
I have my days all messed up.
Has anybody on this panel been personally affected by illegal immigration in the last 10 years?
No, I haven't. I'll be the first one to say it.
Yeah. Anybody in the chat been personally affected by illegal immigrants in the last, in your whole life? Let's do your whole life.
I have, but in Canada it's different.
Well, technically I have, because my dad was an illegal immigrant.
All right. Oh my God, dude. Talk to me, Rav. What happened with you? Oh yeah, this is how they've.
Why do we care about this appeal? It's like, oh, you have to be affected directly. It's like, well, who has been affected directly by feminism in the past 5 years? What does it matter? If the idea is wrong, the idea is wrong.
Affected me. Their restaurants are fantastic.
Yeah, it's just the restaurants. All they do, all these fucking immigrants do ever, is just restaurants. The Somalis just make Somali restaurants that are amazing.
That's such a fucking dude. That's
what
the person who you said is terrible in chat. You're gonna go off of what they say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with this comment.
I mean, hey, that's right. Yeah, dude, Mexicans have great food trucks.
And
but also, in order for you to start a business in this
country, it fucks up the streams I watch because y'all are just arguing, yell.
That's what a legend. Dude.
That was pretty good.
That was good.
Oh,
yeah. So, anyways, I deny that it's a problem.
I mean, that's fair.
He just denies it, and that's the truth, right? Because he just denies it.
100%. I don't decry the fact that there's a bunch of illegal immigrants in the country. I barely ever talk about it.
I think it's a good thing. It's a source of untaxed labor. It goes into a lot of products that we use. I worked in concrete for a long time. I've seen the infrastructure, right? Culverts, manholes, all the shit, the infrastructure that's under the ground.
Yeah.
That's all concrete. It's all made by people. If we had to pay union wages to American workers, it'd be a lot more expensive. It'd be an invisible cost, but we'd see it in our city bills.
Fair.
So, anyways,
I don't illegal immigrants. All I'm saying is, I mean, like, you know, I'm not going to take Paulie's economic opinion at all.
No, all Paulie was saying is how they affected them, which is feeding them tacos. I agree with that statement.
That doesn't necessarily
zero trust required.
The big issue that we're running into right now is we're finding out that over the last 4 or 5 years that there are a bunch of people coming here and then taking advantage of government benefit systems.
I have a solution to that. Stop giving them benefits.
Dude, 100%. We can agree. Absolutely. Base. Yep.
Then it's done. It's done. That neutralizes the whole problem right there.
Yep. Oh, based. 100%.
That's what I was going to say is, see, if you come to Canada, it doesn't matter if you're illegal. There's no such thing as an illegal immigrant in Canada.
Right.
And this is what fucks with me though. Like, why is it that we can't make it illegal to give handouts to illegal immigrants, but we can't invade with the fucking military?
So if you come to Canada and you have your husband and a wife and I think it was 3 or 4 kids, you're guaranteed $70,000-$80,000 per year on benefits, and that's it.
So Dusty, like I was saying to you earlier, you know, politics is a game, right? So a lot of what's going on right now is solely this is what I was trying to say earlier. Maybe taking a step back, you know, I'll take a deep breath, won't get as worked up about it, but what's going on right now is just fulfilling a campaign promise that people.
No, keep yelling. We gained 15, 20 people. Keep going.
There's, I don't understand. I understand politics is a game. It should piss you off that this is happening across America for politics.
But I
Because
mean,
these are human beings that were asked to come in for like 2.5, 3 years until Kamala said, "Don't come."
right,
Don't
by the
come.
last administration, exactly.
So why are they paying the price for what your government did?
Because the government has to fix the issue.
No, it
those
doesn't.
people should be in jail and then just help these people out and then make it illegal for
Yeah,
them.
just help them. Yeah, just help them. Just help them out. They're taking... Oh, God. Fucking gays, dude. I need to be back in the fucking closet as soon as possible. Can we agree on that? Can we agree that the gay needs to get back into the fucking closet? Unless you're the Pope. If you're the Pope... Well, I'm not gonna say it, because K2 is kinda... I'm just annoyed, okay? I'm not gonna say it.
I agree, but what they did was not technically.
And it's true, when you're saying taking jobs from Americans, look at the meat processing thing in Omaha, Nebraska, once they ice got him all out, Americans start applying, that's true. That actually happened. That is a true thing that happened.
So you're asking for a fucking bazooka instead of a scalpel. That's what you're asking for, and it's ridiculous. It's low-brained. It's a waste of. It's actually counterproductive.
But I'm not. Dude, but that's the thing. I'm not even asking for this.
Once society has no faith in their government, there is no society.
But I mean, like, dude, society has done nothing but lose faith in the government for like 2.5 decades now.
No,
I mean, ever
because
since the Bush administration, people started losing faith in the government. Obama came in, people started losing faith in the government. Trump came in, people really started losing faith in the government. Biden came in, people continue to really start losing faith in the government. Trump's in again, people are really losing faith in the government. I mean, like, this has been going on for a quarter of a century now. This isn't even like a new thing.
So wait, you're saying that this is restoring faith in the government?
No, I never said that.
Okay.
I said politics.
Hold on. Please,
you understand something.
Look at this. Did you watch this from the beginning? This is a protester they're grabbing. This is not an alien.
Yep.
A little girl.
Oh God, this is not a little girl. I apologize, but those are not little girls. They're fucking agitators.
They're fucking up Americans.
So here's my question for you. If a police officer grabs you, what is your first action? What are you gonna do?
Hold on. No, we're not there yet.
No, we're there.
No, we're not. No, we're not there until we say, why the fuck is he grabbing these people and dragging them away like this?
So that's what you handle in court. What I'm asking you is, when a cop grabs you, what is the first thing that you do?
We're not the courts. We're public opinion. We decide who's in the wrong right here.
Yes.
Who's in the wrong here?
So the cop should not have grabbed them. I have no problem saying that.
Did you miss the part where they beat the cops with broomsticks and still got away? So if two people with broomsticks got away from a whole bunch of cops, right, and were able to barricade themselves in their apartment, like, that's what you don't understand. Lower class, I understand what you're saying, right? But you need to understand that it only takes 3 people to completely incapacitate a city. Right.
Wow.
So if you're gonna keep, like, I get where you're coming from, because I supported the deportations at the beginning as well. But my problem with it is when you do this, then you make some people just go, well, let's just do it and see what happens.
Yes, yeah, it's wrong.
This is not the global norm, Andy. This is not the global norm. Sending mass federal governments into places where they're not wanted all throughout the country to decide that we've had this problem growing exponentially for decades, and now right now we're going to solve all of it whether you want it or not. That's not fucking normal.
Well, hold on, that's not true though, because like Bush deported a bunch of people. Clinton, honestly.
Well, no, I mean, I remember Sarajevo,
and then Obama deported a bunch of people
like
as
that.
well.
Remember that?
So they've been deporting people, and then
Right.
this last administration that was in literally just like opened up our borders and let a bunch of
So
fucking people
why
in.
aren't we doing business as usual? That deportation method seemed to work. It certainly didn't escalate things into the whole country for flipping out about it.
Right? Why not? Why are people all of a sudden against these deportations now?
Because they're being done in a dramatically different manner.
Where though? That's like, and this is the heart of my question.
Every fucking where.
In places where people voted for this, brother.
In places where people aren't cooperating.
And okay, so that's their fucking problem. Do you not understand what I'm saying? Like, if I point a gun at my foot and I pull the trigger, I can't blame the fucking gun, right? Like, this is how these things go. This is how the country was set up. This is how our Constitution was written, brother. Our Constitution was written. Everything works exactly the way it's supposed to until people get.
You know how else our Constitution? What else our Constitution said? What's the response when government becomes tyranny?
But it's not tyranny. It's democracy. This is what people voted for.
It's not democracy.
This is what people voted for.
You are such a cuck.
Dude, I mean, give me a fucking break. Okay, so you're a Confederate then, right? Like, that's how you would have been on the Confederate side? You're not taking my slaves, right? You're not taking my slaves. Is that the side you would have been on? Because that's what you're saying right now.
No,
like, you gotta understand something. We fought this war 150 fucking years ago over this exact thing.
No, we fucking didn't.
The Union's federal government, the Confederate was state rights. That's what it was fought over, okay? When it comes down to the nitty-gritty, slavery had something to do with it, but at the end of the day, what that war was fought over was the difference between the federal government being able to make law.
This is legal. This is legal.
Yes, correct. Yes, yeah, deportations are legal. Yes, correct.
Just because something is legal doesn't mean it's right or smart.
Okay, we live in a secular democracy, brother. We don't have a right. We don't have a morality. We have democracy.
That's not true.
Vote on.
That's not true. Morality, you can have morality without having God.
We're secular. I just fucking said that. But what I'm saying is we don't operate off of what is right and wrong. I mean, we committed a genocide for like 20 years over the Middle East and Iraq.
Right and wrong exists absent of Jesus.
Dude, we killed over 1 million people in Iraq for like 20 fucking years.
I know. It was wrong, wasn't it?
Yes, 100%. So there is no fucking morality. You have to look at things not for what ought to be, but what is.
He is correct. Lower class is correct in this analysis. It's a hard beat to swallow for some people, but it is a true statement. The government is not acting in accordance to a moral standard. It will never act in accordance to a moral standard. It doesn't care about the supposed moral standard. Okay? It doesn't have one to care for. All it cares for, and all it's supposed to care for, is whether or not it has the power to do it. The check and balances that we have are designed so that the people in power can pretty much decide whether or not the actions taken are or not justified. Wait, what the fuck is going on? Alright. There we go. The weapon options. They're working.
That's the issue. You can separate yourself, Dusty. Hold on, wait a minute. You can separate yourself from reality, but at the end of the day, there is and there is not. That is existence, okay? So I'm not even bringing my own fucking religion into this, dude. I'm just telling you what the fuck is up.
I understand that there is and there is not. What I'm telling you is several things. One, morality exists independent of religion.
Yes, of course.
Right? So right and wrong is there.
But not in our government.
Yes, it fucking is.
No, it's not, dude. Look at the past 100 years of foreign policy.
Of laws.
What are you talking about?
Laws existed all oh my god,
dude. The last 100 years of foreign policy has been completely immoral. Like, am I crazy here? Like, why do people think that we're the Nazis? How did we get on top? We got on top. Why do they think that?
Why do they think that?
Spilled blood all over the world and put everybody else down in our boot.
Maybe they think that because we have a an administration that's going after a group of minorities and setting up concentration camps. Maybe.
You know what's crazy is people in other countries really don't even give a fuck.
What the actual fuck? He actually went there? He actually went there? You don't live in a democracy, you live in a constitutional republic. It's a sphere of speech, actively trying to get away. Listen, freezing up, Kieran, it's fair, completely understand, flat freeze. There's now an atmosphere of resistance, the streets, things are gonna get worse, right? Running around with our religion is preferential. I don't think so the state is not a moral actor. The state doesn't work in according to morality. They work in according to group force dynamics. So even if it's true, it is irrelevant in a sense. Like, it doesn't matter. Yeah. We can change them. It works. Oof. But you're correct. Right or wrong with our religion is just preferential. That's a true statement. And it's correct. Like, yeah.
About this, because every other country on the planet
this isn't
has
their
very
country. I don't give a fuck what they give a fuck about. Who gives a fuck what they give a fuck about?
Correct, exactly. So the only people that care about this and like really have an issue with it are the ones that are literally standing in front of cannon fodder based on the, like, if it wasn't for these politicians that they voted for, who will totally throw them under the bus and let them take all of the repercussions for all the bullshit that they talk.
I'm not standing up for those politicians either. What I'm saying is,
but you agree with them.
No, I don't. What I don't agree with.
What are we debating on, Dusty? What the fuck?
No, I agree with their sentiment. I don't agree with their management.
Dude. Okay. Look, I get you here, but here's what I'm saying, right? Okay. So these people who have inserted the idea that deportations are bad, even though for 16 years in this country.
Issue. No, stop right there. Stop right
the turn of the millennia.
That is not the issue.
With
deportations bad is not the issue.
So what's the issue then?
The issue is how they're enforcing them.
Well, so that's the thing, right? So if they're not
bad, be a little bit hard to paint, especially on this side. But I'm okay with it. I'm not trying to make it work.
Riling people up and telling them that this is Gestapo shit, because
it is Gestapo shit. It started being Gestapo shit when they sent in boatloads of militarized federal agents to places where they weren't wanted to do jobs that they hadn't previously been doing.
Yeah, apparently in one city, they sent, I think it was 2,000 or 2,600 agents to a city that normally only had 600 police total.
Well, yeah, I mean that's like Minneapolis right now.
The illegal immigrants in this country is not an urgent issue.
But it is an urgent issue. The whole problem with it is that it's destroying the way that the way that the American way of life is being lived. Okay, and not only that, there's a lot of fraud and there's a lot of problems tied with immigration. They're tied together. You could say that it's not that important if you really want to. But it is an important, a really important. For guy debating why debating Dusty isn't worth it. I'm gonna have a formal debate with Dusty, so. Well, that's my hope. I'm gonna be doing that with Kulvik's channel. Hopefully. So, wish me luck, okay? Wish me luck about that. Deport Kieran out of chat. He's self-deported. Flo's an idiot. He is. Well,
So
no, he's not an idiot. Pretty smart. He's just wrong in his libertarian beliefs.
So you're saying that like you don't care about the deportations, but all that matters is what is the most pressing thing to get a hold of?
I'm saying that we've had illegal immigrants and we've had deportations throughout all of American history.
Yeah. So there's nothing
And
wrong with
they've always been handled in a in a way that reflects the lack of urgency that being here illegally pertains to. Right?
So what
now
okay, go ahead, sorry.
Now for some reason they're being treated like a massive emergency that requires this sort of intervention. They're not that.
But I mean, that's not even like the crazy thing is, this isn't even where like most of the money from ICE is going. Like most of the money from ICE isn't even going in Minneapolis. This is just what's encapsulating the news cycle right now.
Right. I'm not worried about the money. I mean, I am a little bit worried about the money, but mostly I'm worried about the fact that there are federal militarized agents running around major cities snatching people out of cars.
Yeah, but if those people weren't blocking federal operations and just going about their lives, they wouldn't be getting thrown into the back of fucking cars, man.
And that's why I'm not out there doing that shit.
Right? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you're and trust me, you're smart for that, bro.
Even without those people, even without the protesters, there are still militarized federal agents in cities snatching people out of cars. That's what they're there for.
But not in states that are just
yes, because the illegal immigrants aren't cooperating by definition.
Can you give me any examples where they're sending roving gangs of these masked up militarized ICE agents to states that are like working with them?
Yep, I got you. Give me just a second.
If you can, dude, I will happily concede. Happily.
While you're looking for that, let's speak on the Gestapo stuff. Right?
Let's not, because I got it right here.
Okay.
Now, let's say that you're at the gas station with your family and you're filling up gas. Is this going to make you feel bad about your neighborhood?
You mean enforcing federal law? Yes. Yo, what this? The chef is up. This is very fucking annoying. Like, they will go ahead and show these kind of videos, but the context is missing. At the end of the day, we don't have. I don't know what I'm looking at. Like, this is Minneapolis, probably. Are they gonna be having like? Yeah, it's stupid.
Where is this?
I don't know actually.
So that's what I was asking though. I was asking in a state where the state is capitulating with the government. Not in Minneapolis or Minnesota, because they're obviously telling everybody this is some fucking.
It doesn't matter where this is, because
does.
the ICE agents will be doing. This is what they're sent there to do. No matter the state, there is no state in which ICE agents are there not to question people who look like they might be illegal.
My brother in Christ. Hold on, wait a minute. Like,
I'm not a brother in Christ.
Do you know? You know why none of this is going on in Alabama right now?
I don't know. It's not going on in Alabama.
It's not. You can look it up. None of this is going on in Alabama right now, but it's going, like, ICE is in all 50 states. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The reason none of this shit is going on in Alabama is because instead of having to send these guys out there, because the government, the local governments, are telling their citizens that this is some, like, 30s Germany kind of shit, and they need to stop. This needs to stop, and all this. The government just hands over these illegal aliens to ICE, and
this guy is not in a government facility. He's just out on the street.
Yes, but I mean, they are not being worked with.
Wait, what?
They're not being worked in this specific.
All he's doing is pumping gas.
Obviously, okay, that's fine. But in this specific clip, obviously, they're not being worked with.
So, what do you think ICE is doing in places where they are being worked with?
They come in, the local government hands over their illegal aliens, and they leave. That's what's happening here. It's what's happening in Georgia. It's what's happening in Florida. It's what's happening in Texas. It's what's happening in Oklahoma. It's happening in Kansas. It's what's happening in West Virginia. It's what's happening in. I mean, I could go down.
Yeah, most of the time, what happens is they get somebody gets arrested. They verify that they're not legal, and they will hand them over to the authorities. This is not happening in sanctuary cities, which is the ones that are having these kind of problems. Because in those cases, ICE has to do the investigations, and they have to go and snatch the people. Right? So it's been a shit show all around, but that's what's happening.
It's not happening in Texas, and for the last, I guess, 14 years within Texas, right? You can be on U.S. soil, and both border agents and now ICE agents will have checkpoints asking for your papers, please, aka the Gestapo.
That's not the Gestapo.
That is Gestapo.
No. What were the Gestapo doing? Hold on. Let's clear something up here. What were the Gestapo doing?
Papers, please.
Yes, they were finding out whether or not you were Jewish or not, whether you were a German citizen or not did not matter.
Sure. So
correct. Okay, so let's get that real fucking clear. Those are two completely different things, and this is a bunch of drama queen ass language from a bunch of people who are crying about this is some like early Germany stuff. That's what's happening.
Sir, I am pro Gestapo. I love this shit. However,
well, it's not Gestapo then, dude. Go somewhere else. Find that shit somewhere else then. Because it's not fucking Gestapo shit.
His argument is that you're not supposed to be on U.S. soil asking people for their papers. I'm pro it. He's against it. That's his argument.
Wait, why not? The chauffeurs don't even, shut the fuck up. No, they don't. If they did, they might realize shuffling. One of the reasons why I wouldn't go and debate Flow State on his panel is because it's a panel. Panels are fucking stupid most of the time. You need to. I can't be on panel lately. I don't like it. It's not my cup of tea. It's just not for me. I'm gonna go with a file later on. Get rid of every single thing that I don't like. But I mean, the little guy is done. I can change the weapon options. Really happy with it. and to let it rest. And probably start the last one. Now, one of the things I really want to do is I want to change the Watcher in the Dark. So I have a little guy that appears in the battlefield. One of the cool things about him is, if you look at this piece right here, it has this smoke coming along, and I don't like that. And I'm thinking about removing this piece and change it for something that would look like that would have the idea of smoke, but it's more of it's more ethereal, not looking like plastic. I really don't like how plastic smoke looks. So I'm gonna think about it, and I'm probably gonna delete this part, remove it completely.
And if you even remotely think that you're not going to give up your paperwork, you're going to get thrown in the back of a van, we're going to take you downtown, and we're going to hold on to you until we know for sure.
And they're going to run your shit. Yeah, because this is what people voted for.
Illegally. Yep. See, I actually...
Illegally?
Yep.
This is what people voted for.
No, it doesn't. No, you're wrong. So earlier
I'm
today...
not.
Listen, along with that 2,600 arrests... in the same state, Chuck state there, like as I was saying earlier, a guy got pulled over and they arrested the passenger for not IDing. So then he put out a post on X that's pretty long. It's like 4 paragraphs, but it just essentially said, you will give us your ID. We can ask ID of anybody and you'll give it to us, or you're going to be arrested and charged with obstruction. But then all of a sudden it got taken down when now he's actually set the precedent that this is now a systemic problem within the entire police force, and that opens you up to litigations where if he litigation where normally you wouldn't be able to litigate against them, but now you'll be able to.
All right.
Understand? So you don't understand how the law works, and you can talk. I'm Canadian. I don't know.
That doesn't mean shit to me. So anyway,
it means a lot.
To kind of fucking kneecap.
To be fair, that's correct. He was in fucking Canada. Who the fuck cares what this fucking G dude believes or thinks? Nobody cares. G. Nobody cares. Fucking letter.
From earlier,
or else you don't have a country.
Well, yeah, because we have a democracy and people vote for something.
No,
and
you're
they
going
get what
to
they
have.
vote for.
What? Whatever.
Anarchy, because you don't understand how this works.
You can't vote to give up inalienable rights, and you can't vote for a president the president can't break the law still. Let's watch this.
Watching these videos across Minneapolis, what ICE agents are doing, it's not just in Minneapolis, they're stopping people, demanding proof of citizenship. They say quite glibly they're doing citizenship checks. It appears they are basing these stops purely on how people look. Is that legal?
Well, no. The answer is no, it's not legal. We do have a really interesting rule, a judicially created rule in the United States that does allow the Border Patrol to, quote, check for papers within 100 miles of the border. But they can only do this if they have reasonable suspicion. What they're doing now seems to stem from a September 2025, let's say, footnote, really, from Justice Kavanaugh in a completely unrelated manner that basically said you know what? If you're stopped and you're a citizen, it's really just a minor inconvenience and you'll be on your way. Well, we obviously see from the videos that doesn't always happen. And frequently they aren't on their way. They're arrested and then released at a different place later on.
Yeah. I mean, they're threatened. I mean, you see some of them, and I was watching one earlier today and say, well, if you don't show me, I'm going to take you in the car. We're going to do this ID check. You're referring to that footnote, which has developed this term, the Kavanaugh stop, which has become shorthand for.
I find it really interesting that these people that are so completely against. What?
Give them a diatribe. Perfect.
Oh, wait. What the hell is going on? It's very interesting that they started believing in CNN all of a sudden. He thinks that everything is rigged, but not CNN. CNN is based now. CNN is now telling the truth. Like, wow.
It sounds like a court justification for some sort of racial profiling, if that officers can take into account appearance, language, etc. I mean, do these stops meet that standard from a legal perspective?
So if the person doesn't know any fucking English, does that mean that that means obviously that it's from the United States? The guy was here he was here first. That's what it is, baby. Dude, it's pure stupidity. Pure stupidity.
These stops exceed that standard even. But this apparently got to Justice Kavanaugh, that they were calling these Kavanaugh stops. And in a footnote in another case last month, he wrote, well, wait a second, you can't stop people and ask them for their papers just based on their race or ethnicity or their accent. So now even Justice Kavanaugh has backstepped from the Kavanaugh stop. But that message has not gotten to the Border Patrol or to ICE, who keep relying on the September footnote from Justice Kavanaugh's decision.
Reasonable articulable suspicion. So there is a 100-mile border zone where basically everyone's Fourth Amendment rights are null.
They don't have Fourth Amendment rights. The people that are here, the people who are not citizens of the United States don't have the same rights as the people that are citizens of the United States. Just don't have it.
But
everyone's Fourth Amendment rights, whether or not you're a citizen,
search and seizure, and seizure,
papers and effects, right?
Right.
Well, maybe people, if you don't look like you're a citizen, you don't speak English, you should start speaking English and carrying papers with you. I mean, that's just like, I don't understand. If you don't want this to happen,
if you don't want the Gestapo to happen, maybe you should comply. Really?
It's not the Gestapo. It's two completely different things.
Okay. Yeah. So you just heard the story.
It's the exact same thing, two slightly different reasons.
They're big reasons. Gestapo dealt specifically with citizens.
The Jews were actually citizens of Germany. They just happened to be a group of people they didn't want. The same way that I want to get rid of certain people off U.S. soil that I don't want, aka Democrats.
I mean, that's your prerogative, right? But
I'm a staunch Republican. Yes, I want Democrats to get beaten.
Oh, great! We don't have a national language. Amazing.
By billy club sticks in the middle of the street. Yeah.
Who the fuck said that? I don't know who the fuck said that, but stupidest shit I ever heard in my life.
Yes.
See, so like, I'm not for that kind of thing, but
of course you're not. So how are you going to stop me? By complying?
But if the thing is though, but see, that's not happening though. Like you're abstracting this complete fiction for something that's actually going on. What I'm saying is there are people who are going out, impeding officers, blowing horns, getting in the way of what they're doing.
By the way, he says shit like that. You want to get rid of Democrats. You can even get rid of fucking illegals. He's crying because of illegals.
And then crying about getting fucking consequences for it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah, you stated this that there are a small exceptional number of cities where people are fighting back. I guess if you want to call it that, right?
Yeah.
Whereas
Small amount. And that small amount is dominating the news cycle right now.
Yeah, and yet in all 50 states, papers, please.
But they're not even doing that. That's the thing. ICE doesn't have roving gangs in states that are just handing over the illegals that they have to
ICE is not the only agency that's now doing this. 12 years ago, or maybe it's closer to 14, it's somewhere in there, right? Remember when they started putting those checkpoints of 50 miles within the U.S. border, and then they expanded out to 100 miles in the U.S. border, and everybody said, this shit's got to stop because it's going to go too far. Guess what the next step is? Now we can go right in the middle of New York City or Minneapolis or freaking L.A. and say, papers, please. The door got opened. The Gestapo is here. You will now comply. And that's what freaking Flo is talking about as
This guy's retarded. Like, really? Is this the guy that wants this? Is really this guy that? Is this the Nick Fuentes founder? God. Can we deport Dave and Voltaire from Chad? We can deport Voltaire because he's from New. I thought it was gonna be India, but apparently it's not India. It's China. Voltaire's becoming a Chinaman. We're finally gonna know if the moment you become a Chinaman, you learn Kung Fu.
it's gone way too far. But he said the same shit back 12 years ago when we had the checkpoints 50 miles within the border and then extended out to 100 miles. It's the same claim. It's just a new time where we, us, the Gestapo, have gone too far with it.
And our tax-paying dollars pays for this, and we're already $40 trillion in debt. So we are doing this, which is another waste of our money, invading Venezuela, talking about Greenland. How much more are we going to spend? I mean, it's insane.
Well, this is what America voted for. So if you don't like democracy, you can go somewhere else. I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Literally anything that happens, you're going to say that about. A lot of this shit is illegal.
No, I'm not. I'm not actually.
It is illegal.
I'm not. I pulled up, by the way, an entire it's not what maybe y'all voted for, but this is what a large majority coming up to the election, the absolute top issue was immigration for like 2 fucking years.
Yeah,
that was the top issue. So I have Flo. I'm sharing
this bitch. By the way, is some kind of lefty. The fact that she's saying needs reform, that's the way that leftists are talking, okay? And it means it needs to be done however we want it. I don't even think Emmett knows about Shuff. I don't know what Shuff is, to be honest.
I'm sharing a video.
If you're talking about drugs, maybe, I mean, I don't know what it is, but I can infer it, but I don't even know what it is.
And it's a bigger issue now than it ever has been.
It's not an issue because immigration isn't an issue anymore. It's
Yes,
just
it
getting rid
is.
of the people that the former administration brought in. Oh, hold on. Okay. There we go.
Everyone should know by now. I
What do
just
you
don't
think
know.
defines President
I'm not
President Trump
looking
ran
at
on
it.
closing the border and on
My
promises
eyes
of
are
mass
on
deportation of
not
millions.
to
And
try
since
not
he's
to
been
cut
in office,
myself.
his
Did you catch that one, 10th man?
That's her claim. That's not him, but go ahead.
That's what that's oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Dude, that's literally what he fucking ran on. I mean, like
I heard criminal illegals.
But yeah, regardless,
She didn't say criminally illegal. She
That's
said
what I heard Trump
millions
saying.
of illegals. I'll fucking rewind it then, dude. It's easy.
Did he run on sending mass ICE agents into every city and having this? No, he didn't.
No,
this is turning out to be a lot uglier proposition than even the supporters thought it would be, right?
Exactly. There are a lot of people who have a problem with him who are hardcore Trump supporters.
I don't know literally
I was
anybody.
up here cheering on the immigration or deportations just a couple, like 3-4 weeks ago, until I started seeing.
So I don't know how many Trump supporters y'all hang out with.
Until I started.
I'm actually a right winger. I don't know how many people. I don't know one fucking person that is against any of this.
You believe
I'm a right winger and I'm
There's a lot of like real fucking like white
He's a
knuckle coat
libertarian.
that's
He's not a
going on with
right-winger.
all these left wingers that say, "Yeah, Trump supporters really hate this." Ain't that right, guys? That's not fucking happening.
Do you believe?
I'm a right winger and I don't support this. This is.
Are you a right winger?
I cannot believe how quickly they were able to turn the party of small government and freedom into the party of Big Brother immediately like that.
With immigration enforcement? What other ways have they increased Big Brother?
Went from the Tea Party to comply now, complain later.
Hold on. I mean, that's cute, right? But like what I'm saying is, aside from immigration enforcement, how have they increased Big Brother?
He wants to drill off the coast of Florida as well. I mean, he's pissed off a lot.
That is completely irrelevant to the question I just asked.
That is kind of irrelevant.
Asked for other things.
Like
why
all this, this is an expansion of the surveillance police state because of immigration.
He did
You can't see how that might be an issue in 4, 5, 8 years.
I don't though. Like, see, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. If it wasn't for people going out and smashing windows in their own cities, going outside of hotels and breaking into them where there's not even fucking ICE agents. Like if it wasn't for like mobs of people
extensions,
around
there's
these
9
cities,
minutes before the stream ends. Unless somebody extends the stream, I got to take a break so I don't say something permanently.
I love you, Flo. I hope you know that.
Yeah, I was kind of
How
gay.
many? Like, do you believe in catch and release for just regular American citizens that are citizens?
When you say catch and release, what do you mean by catch and release?
Because I've seen at least 3 or 4 videos in the past 3 or 4 weeks that is when they're letting them go.
Citizens.
Where they're letting them go after. And then there was the Home Depot kid. I guess he was 17. Now, I don't know. I don't have proof of that he was bloody. That's the report, but there was no video of that. Yeah. But they did show him get released, and what they do is they pick you up, throw you in the car, get your ID, run you, drive you down the road, let you go. That's kidnapping, right?
So here's
how many times does that get to happen, and how many presidents of other countries does he get to kidnap? I'm just wondering.
So here's my issue with that, right? Like, and this just goes back to the other examples that we have now of these people who they're calling these kidnappings, but then
it is a kidnapping.
When you rewind the tape a little bit, you see these people are out here harassing officers.
There's no such thing as there's no such thing as harassing a public employee. That's not how this works.
Yes, there is.
No, there's not.
Especially when you're impeding what they're doing.
There's not.
Yeah,
impeding what they're doing is a physical act.
Yes, correct.
Yes,
which is blowing fucking air horns and getting in their way when they're trying to do something. That's impediment, dude. That's a fucking federal felony.
Was that girl that Dusty just showed get thrown on the ground or whatever there? The little
Which
girl?
One? The one that got yanked out of a car? Yes.
No. After just literally 5 minutes ago.
That they pulled from the steps.
Yeah, from the steps there. Yeah.
Pulled from the steps. What are you talking about?
No, Glass, so good. You actually understand what it's going. No, Shuff is an idea. Shuff is a state of mind. Shuff is love. Shuff is life. Shuff is doing 28. Kyle knows. Every day I be shuffling. You're the shuff. But 100%, if you shuffle, you're dead. If you ain't, okay.
Was she and the other 80 people that were standing there obstructing when they grabbed her when she was turned sideways to them?
Where they grabbed her
with her phone in her hand?
I mean, when he gets back,
I'm
we'll have
just
a video
asking.
again. But I don't know exactly which. I mean, he played like a bunch of videos back.
So my question is, do you believe that a U.S. citizen is required to provide an ICE agent with ID? Otherwise, they're allowed to take them into their vehicle, ID them, drive them down the road, and let them go. Do you believe that that is a legal act that ICE is able to do legally?
To American citizens?
Yes.
I mean, I don't think that's right.
No, but I'm saying, is it legal for it to happen?
What would be the difference between me or somebody else telling the cops or telling an ICE agent, I don't have to show you shit?
Right.
But you do, though. That's the thing.
No, you don't.
Oh, I don't.
don't.
Federal law enforcement. Yeah,
You are incorrect.
Yeah.
You are incorrect. That's
you have
that
to do
dude.
local law
You
enforcement
just said
ID.
Justice
Yeah.
Kavanaugh, your Supreme Court justice that made the Kavanaugh decision on them being able to profile you at the border, said that they can't do what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm trying to explain to you, like, are you saying that it doesn't matter whether or not it's legal, or?
I'm not saying like it doesn't matter. I don't necessarily. I already said I don't necessarily agree with that. But I will say this, Carney, they're not going to ask you for your fucking ID. 10th man, they're not going to ask you for your fucking ID.
Right.
They're not going to ask
they
you for
are,
my
because
ID.
he's fucking
And
Canadian.
10th man, you're not even a citizen.
Right. But what are they going to do instead?
They're going to ask people who barely speak English.
No, because I've watched people get arrested. Just they have to. So they're not answering the question.
For what? For what, 10th man?
So
What do
if
they get arrested
the
for?
government
Are they just
does
yanking
what I
regular ass
said-
people off the streets and asking them for their IDs?
Yes, because they're brown or have an accent or whatever the reason is.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so if that happens to an American citizen, because he's second generation immigrant, right?
Uh-huh.
His name's whatever, and he's
If he's a second generation immigrant, he's going to speak fluent English.
no, but he can still have an accent. So the point is these are American
accent,
citizens,
he's still
right?
gonna speak fluent English.
So if they take that person down the road and let them out of the car, like, oh, you're a citizen, that's okay. Sorry, have a good day. You do understand that's kidnapping, right?
Nope. And you can sue the government for
Taking
that.
somebody. That's not the discussion.
Oh, but you can sue the government for that if it's
That's
illegal.
not
Then
the
they have
discussion.
recourse.
It's not the
No. But that's
discussion.
the thing. But that's the thing, though, right? So if what they're doing is illegal, why are these people not getting? Why are they not seeking recourse?
Because that takes 5 to 10 years.
Oh, does it? No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it
You-
doesn't.
You
It
don't
takes about
understand
a
how
year
this
and a
works.
half.
I've been doing YouTube about this specific
That's
topic
great. You're
for
doing
6
YouTube,
years.
bro. I've been in and out of the legal system my entire fucking life.
And so have I, but I don't have a criminal record or anything. I'm a lot better than you. So I'm going to explain to you how it works. In order to file a 1983 lawsuit to begin with,
I don't
you
have any.
to go
I don't have
through
any evidence, but let me tell you how I do this more than you do. Yeah, all right. Let's hear
You
it,
have to go
10th
through
man.
complaint
Let's hear your
processes.
fucking wheelbarrow full of shit you're about to give me.
How do you do it? Can you file a Section 1983 lawsuit without going through a complaint process first?
I don't even know what that means.
You don't know what a Section 1983 lawsuit is?
No.
Okay, what are the 5 elements of the First Amendment?
Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, the right to assemble and protest, the right to, I don't know.
RAPPS.
I mean, hey, dude, that's fine. You can grill me on all these little small things. This is
I'm
why
trying
you
to tell
get a
you what
lawyer.
the Supreme Court says, dude. What you're so if it. Well, all I'm trying to tell you, what you seem to fail to understand. And I think this is where Dusty is trying to.
So,
explain
are
to
you a lawyer? Have you studied these things?
I've spent a lot of time on this. Yes.
Good. I'm glad you
I spend
studied
a lot
these
of
things.
time on this.
So that's why I get somebody to represent me in court.
Right.
You might be representing yourself in court, and you know you could probably like be the Lincoln lawyer or whatever, and that's fine. I totally understand that. That's completely irrelevant to the fact that if the government is doing something illegal, whether I know what avenues to go down to do that or not is completely irrelevant to the conversation. If the government is doing something illegal, there is recourse to it.
You have to go through the complaint process. You have to follow all of their procedures.
Okay, and that's fine. There's still
And
recourse.
if you make any mistakes, like say,
How many lawsuits have you filed against the government there, 10th man?
3.
Okay,
that's
yeah.
in
Pull those
Canada.
up, please. Pull those up. I'd like to
But
see
that's
them
in
right
Canada.
now. Yeah, you wanted me to pull up receipts? Let's see your fucking receipts.
I'm explaining to you how the law works in America.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
You don't
All
wanna
right,
know,
all right.
right?
Yeah, pull your fucking receipts up.
So you have to go through the complaint process, and if
Pull your receipts up.
let's say,
You're talking big now, buddy.
They arrest
You're
you
talking
for
big.
like
I've
different
I've
charges.
filed 3 lawsuits
Yep.
against the federal government.
Yep.
So let's fucking see them then, dude.
No,
Pull them up.
not
You have the
federal.
documentation for them,
Not federal. I
or
didn't say
go
federal.
find them and pull them and just show them on camera.
Canada's not even close to the same.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. So you did it in Canada, but you have this immense knowledge of how shit works in America. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So now all you've said is you
Just give me
actually have
less than
no
60 seconds,
experience
I'll be
working
done.
with the American government.
So this is
and
how it
you-
works.
spread
If you
shit
have
on-
5
on-
charges, right? And then you plead down to a public nuisance or something like that, you can't file the Section 1983 lawsuit under normal circumstances because it was justified that they had arrested you in the first place.
Okay, so if it's justified, then it was legal.
No, because you don't. So then, if you get off of all charges under normal circumstances, Section 1983 lawsuits cost tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it takes people, institutes like IJJ, Institute of Justice Institute, right, to go and spent 5 to 10 years fighting these lawsuits, and then they make the case law through Supreme Court.
Oh my god. It takes you forever. It's impossible to do anything. I hate these people, dude. Just why do we listen to Canadians? Can anybody please tell me why do we fucking listen to Canadians at all? Can we stop?
And circuit courts, but then the police just don't follow it. And that's what Dusty's trying to explain to you, is that what they're doing is illegal, right? And we don't want to watch thousands of people die for their ego.
Thousands
So
of
it goes
people
through court later on.
One stupid hoe got shot because she gunned her car.
What a weird way to end it. What a weird way to end it.
This video is...
Oh, I'm not gonna listen to her.
This is the thing that
It's
blows-
annoying. Wait, what?
Try to...
This guy's like my inspiration right now for Warhammer.
Hey guys, Jay here. Welcome to Eons of Battle. I have quite the project roster on my plate for 2026. One of them, though, I've already made some pretty decent progress on. Early in January, I went to my local club and I signed up for their 40K League, which is going to be 5 games played over the course of the next couple of months. And I decided that I was going to do my Black Templars. My Black Templar army is a little bit of a mess. I have almost everything for the Space Marines, but the real problem is I have like one of everything for the Space Marines, which does not make a very competitive Warhammer list. So I decided I was gonna do my Black Templars, and I've been working on them every single night, spending a little bit of time on these guys to get some of the things that I want up and running. Chief among them, my 3rd squad of Sword Brethren, and their
I'm not gonna get Sword Veteran. I don't think I will. I'm gonna get Sword Veteran. Those I think I will get. And I will get another box of Deadwind Knights. And I'm gonna try to modify them a lot more. Make them way more interesting, at least in their poses. I'll see how it goes.
Coming along great. I've got them about 50% done now. And I started working on a second Gladiator Lancer. What stuck to you? Oh, the antenna. I love this guy. I put this guy together forever ago. It has been a slog. I started buying Primaris vehicles like 2 years ago, And right now, I've got 2 Gladiator Lancers, 2 Impulsors, and a Repulsor. Right now, this is the only one that's painted up. But man, I really painted this guy up. The kit bashing and converting on this sucker, I didn't like the original laser destroyer that was on the kit, and so I actually designed my own in Vectorworks. The file for this is actually available on eonsbattle.com, and I really like it. I designed it off of some of the old Horus Heresy models that actually do have laser destroyers, and so I feel like this gun looks quite a bit more like a proper las cannon that's rerolling a hit, rerolling a wound, and it may or may not reroll the damage roll. The Lancer is a really, really good choice for the Space Marines if you actually want to deal some serious anti-tank, and that's kind of the only thing missing with my Black Templar army. So I got these Sword Bros in the works, I've got a second Gladiator Lancer in the works, and if I manage to get all of this stuff done, which I bet I can before the first game, I'm going to use this Progressive League to get me to put together more Black Templars. I would love some more just good old-fashioned, Maz old-fashioned Assault Intercessors. I would also really like some of those new, the Execrator character, the Chaplain, who has 2 close combat weapons, and he gets to use both close combat weapons. He also grants the squad Advance and Charge, which is really nice because I don't think I'm going to be using any of the actual Black Templars detachments, which is a little bit sad, but they're just not very good. To get the most Templar out of Warhammer 40,000, I don't know, I'm kind of feeling Gladius or maybe the White Scars detachment, but I'm not sure yet. And then that detachment gives free Advance and Charge. I don't know yet, but I do know that I need some more minis, and so I am hard at work at some more Black Templar minis. 2026 is going to be the year of the Black Templars, but it's also going to be a year of a lot of other things. Inside of this box, card sleeve, is an entire Eldar army for Warhammer 40,000. I bought this at the last Midwest mini swap because I wanted to get rid of my Genestealer cult because I was not having fun playing the Genestealer cult, but I think I'll have a little bit more fun playing the Eldari. And the real reason that I picked this up is because one booth was selling a whole bunch of the, what are you called? These are Warwalkers, but they're not really Warwalkers. They are the Forge World version, the Hornets. These guys come with a different canopy, these extra cool back fins, and jetpacks. I'm gonna use them just as Warwalkers in game, but I got 6 of these suckers.
It's been working on different things. Oh, getting late. I'm getting tired. I finished what I was gonna finish. Been doing a little bit more probably. They have 20 minutes in me.
6 of these Forge World models that you cannot buy anymore. And so that is going to be the linchpin of my force. 6 Warwalkers. The rules that go along with these guys is what they shoot at. Everything else in my army gets +1 AP against what they shot at. And so with 6 of these guys, 3 squads of 2, I'm gonna have to put together an army that can really, really take advantage of that extra AP. So I'm actually thinking not as many Phoenix Lords and those types of units. Instead, I think I'm gonna be going heavy into Dire Avengers, Swooping Hawks, and bikes. I also have so many bikes in this box. They got some chunky paint on them right now, but eventually they will be glorious, clean, crispy bikes. And I'm not sure on the paint scheme yet. Eldar have a lot of really, really cool paint schemes. I kind of do like this blue. There's also Mimera, which is like a tealy blue into a green, which is a really, really nice color scheme. And also, what is the name of that world ship? What are the Eldar colors called? The Craft Worlds. That's like a creamy white with vines creeping all over it. That would be a lot of freehanding, but if I got all this room on these lovely bikes and on these Warwalkers that are called Hornets, that could be a really, really cool looking army. I got rid of my Genestealer cult because it's just so many models that die so easily. It's such a fussy finesse army. Eldar is probably an even more finesse army, but it's a lot less guys. So hopefully it'll be a little bit like my Dark Eldar in that it's
weird,
really, really fun
but I
when it's all popping
really
off.
enjoy doing this. So we finished one. We went a little bit over halfway from the second. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Often working really, really nicely. And then when I lose really, really fast. Sometimes so fast that we can just play another game. So I am feeling the Eldar. I got some Howling Banshees. If anybody remembers the Dawn of War 2 trailer? No, the Dawn of War 3 trailer. Not a very good game, but the trailer was really, really cool. And there's a great shot of the Howling Banshees emerging from the Wraithstone or the Wraith Bone buildings. And their armor is like this crusty, like xenomorph texture. Really like the Howling Banshees. And I got a whole bunch of Rangers. These guys are really, really cool. I played against these guys one time in game. My opponent tried to move block me with the Rangers, but they did it in the wrong order.
Yeah, that guy is a little bit shuffed. I agree with you on that one. But he's also really good at painting, so you know what? Let's go watch some rats. He did some rats and I thought they were really awesome. So Caven, yeah.
Between you and me, I don't think I play nearly enough war games. I mean, 50 dudes, it takes a while. After I laid down my primer coat,
So this is what we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch some fucking rats being built. And I called them rats. They're Skaven, but some of the ideas that he's gonna be using are some of the same ideas I want to be using for my army. This is gonna be a very dark army. So what we usually see in the in this is what we normally get when we get those kind of armies. That night. It's not Dead Knight. Dead Wing. So if you look at this is what we get. We get these kind of guys. The red's very red, then we have the very, very green, and we have the bone white. I don't like that. I don't even like these like these things. It's like very saturated. So I'm gonna go very dark. It's gonna be green, but it's gonna be a very, very dark green. And I'm gonna go ahead and the reds. I'm not gonna do red. Instead, I'm gonna probably do gold. So I'm gonna do gold on the armors and on the little details. I'm gonna go with gold instead. And I'm gonna make them extremely, like, very darky and very cool.
Threw some white paint in my airbrush and gave each and every model a Zenithal Prime. I love a Zenithal Prime because it brings out all the little details in the sculpt. It's great to see the model in this grayscale first. It brings out details and ideas that I wouldn't have had just looking at the box art or the gray minis. Alright, everything is primed and zenithaled. I really wanted to put some colors through the airbrush, just get something down on the model, but I know from experience, every time I try to get a little fancy, I get myself into trouble. Zenithal is going to be a perfect start. I don't know how to paint Skaven, but to learn, I think I'm actually going to work on these heroes first. Learn how to paint a rat, and then I can take that, simplify it, and apply it to the rest of the gang. This is the great...
Now, I'm going to be honest, okay? I'm gonna be honest, he's painting some Democrats, okay, so bear with it.
See a rat, the magician, and it might be the loveliest model in the box. For the metal, I want to tarnish brass with tons of verdigris, and seeing how exaggerated all the metal details of the Skaven models are, I think doing the metal in reverse will actually work better. I base coated all the 2B metal bits with turquoise and then dry brushed a brass paint over them. This left that hot blue color in the cracks and hard to reach spots, and I did a lighter dry brushing of a darker brass color. This caught on all the most raised details and gave the metal an overall darker look. On some of the tricky to reach spots I couldn't dry brush, so I painted these the normal way, with brass paint and then putting the verdigris on top, but I only needed to do this in a few spots. The dry brushing worked out great. Now for his gray cloak. I mixed some occultist cloak and ashen stone to make a cold desaturated gray color, and I put this all over his robes, giving them a few layers of highlighting with a dry brush of some blue-gray. Honestly, I don't use my dry brushes enough. Since I'm going for speed, I force myself to use them, and I think this dry brushing looks better than I would have done spending a lot longer with brush on.
I'm gonna be doing a lot of dry brushing. There's gonna be a lot of I have a washing coming. There's gonna be a sepia wash. I have the colors already set up. I got my palette. I got a bunch of stuff.
On highlights. For his dagger, I tried the same thing I did for the armor, starting with a rusty orange color and then dry brushing on some gunmetal paint. This didn't work as well as on the brass. Warm brass and cold blue has much more contrast than warm orange and gunmetal.
There's a lot of different iterations of that, but you can actually see the kind of techniques that he's using and how he's using them, and this is why I like watching his painting.
For his dagger, I did a few brush on highlights of an almost white paint to give the cloak a little extra pop, basically just doing edge highlights. Then I threw a brown contrast paint over the wooden chunks of the bell, and for that rat flesh, I used some very watered down Karabog crimson over his face, hands, and feet. Then on his horns, I put a dark brown on the base and a light brown on the tips and worked as fast as I could, blending the two colors together while they were still wet. I did a little dry brushing of tan over the horns and the rat was done. Now to experiment on that base. I really like the Skaventide animation, which shows the Skaven world as a desaturated brown with glowing green light. I watered down some brown and green paint and put this over the base, blending the two colors together. This will take care of the earth. Now for the magical glow. I sprayed neon green through my airbrush on all his magical tokens and gems and then sprayed this over the swirling energy on the base.
So I don't have a dry brush. That's going to be a little bit complicated. I'm going to have to use a lot of watered down paints and just go layer by layer.
Letting it spill onto the bell. I brushed this over his eyes to make them look like they were glowing with the same green energy and highlighted the glowy bits with green, yellow, and white to make them look magical. He took a little bit, but I'm really liking how this rat is looking. Now for the Warlock Engineer. I want to try a little change to my metal recipe, dry brushing the dark brass first and then doing the light brass. This looks better. It gives me a sharper transition between the teal and the metal. Now for his cloak. I want to paint it red, but he's pretty busy, so I chose a speed paint for this. The speed paint is watery, so it'll flow onto the model, giving me an easier time getting this color into all his nooks and crannies. Now for highlighting, and highlighting is tricky to do quickly, but I have an idea. Instead of making a few different shades of bright red, I took a warm white paint and just sketched on some highlights. These look garish when I put them on, but then when I glaze red over top of these spots, the red looks super bright over top and then fades out quickly. A nice and fast 1-2 punch for highlights. And the crunchy look these gives are perfect for the Skaven, who probably don't have silky smooth clothing. For the gun, I tried again with metal, doing a base coat of brighter orange and then a dry brushing of a darker gunmetal. This worked a little better, but I don't think I've nailed it yet. Now for the wood stock of his gun. I used a dark brown speed paint, and for his Skaven armor, I used Rattling Grime. A brown-black speed paint that I gave a few swipes of my dry brush with a silver paint to make it look like metal. This guy isn't as magical as the Grey Seer. His only special bits is the eye lenses of his telescope, so I picked these out with my neon greens and yellows. This model is also a banger. Seeing them side by side, I'm really excited to paint the rest of the rats. I got the Grey Seer and the Warlock Engineer all painted up in about 3 hours into the project.
The shovel's epistemic ontological justification is the shove itself. What the fuck is that? Oh man, that's a good one though.
1 hour was priming and zenithaling, and then 1 hour for each of these suckers. And speaking of these suckers, I've been staring at these beautiful Skaven hero models, and I want to make an impassioned plea to Games Workshop. G-dubs, let the Age of Sigmar design team at Warhammer 40,000 look at this Grey Seer model. It is breathtaking. The way his cloak and his tail and his horns all just curl into these little magical wispies. I mean, I assume the design prompt for this was magic rat with a stick, and we got this. And I'm thinking in my head, at about the same time on the Warhammer community, we saw Canoness with Jump Pack for the Sisters of Battle. And it's fine, kind of a cool hat, but it is a bog standard sister with a jetpack. Like, how can Rat with a Stick look this cool and a battle nun with a sci-fi jetpack look like that?
It's more about
But
powder
anyway,
shove.
now that I know how to paint some Skaven, I gotta try this out on 40 rats. Having some experience under my belt, I slapped these strategies onto my little clan rats, who are actually not the piddliest units for the Skaven. Those would be the Plague Monks and the Night Runners. These are the Battle Rats, who are still pretty piddly. Hitting all the armor first, this 2-color brass adds even more detail than was already on the models. Then for the weapons, I tried a third recipe for the weapons, going back to my rusty orange color, but this time doing a dry brushing of black paint to get the highest contrast and then doing a light dry brushing of silver. Just like the armor, I want to make the weapons extra detailed without doing extra effort. For the clothing, I'm going to make them half and half red and green, using some Army Painter speed paints. I mostly put the red on top and the green on the bottoms, but mixing it up here and there to add some variety. Then I did my red highlights the same way I did on the Warlock. I did this a little on the green too, but I found I really didn't need to. The green speed paint was bright enough that there was already plenty of contrast. For the wood, I wasn't completely happy with the contrast paint I used before. I found this red-brown speed paint and I put this over all the wooden bits. This red looks really good next to their red clothing. And speaking of red, I watered down some Karabog Crimson Red Wash and put this all over their exposed rat bits. I decided not to pick out the little fur bits on each rat. I couldn't think of a good way to pick these out quickly, and I don't know if it would look good. I guess all my rats are white laboratory rats. For the banners, I threw my red paint over these and gave them some highlights in preparation for some freehanding. The Skaven aren't the most artistic faction, and that means that their symbol, a triangle, is really easy to paint. I started off with a white circle and then painted on my 3 intersecting lines. I worked in batches of 10 rats, and after 20, I was feeling a little burnt on the little boys, so I reached for another fun thing out of the box. One of my faves, the Warplock Giselles. I love a rat with a gun, and these guys have big guns. I love the idea of these 2 little guys team lifting these long rifles around the battlefield and sniping from far away. The Skaven are cowards. I'm surprised that they don't have more guns. Also, what I love about Age of Sigmar is the lack of powerful guns. This unit of 3 dudes shooting is only 6 shots hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s. It's not a squad wiper, more of a harassment thinning the herd unit. As much as I love 40k, a lot of units are way too powerful, able to wipe whatever squad they're looking at, sometimes multiple squads in a single shooting attack. I'm looking at you, Rogel Dorn Battle Tank. On the barrel of the snipers, I tried again to make an interesting metal, using rattling grime with a dry brushing of silver paint. I still don't know if I've cracked the code on rusty weapons, but I'm still trying. These snipers are basically just more clan rats, and after I got these little fellas done, I had quite the horde of rats in front of me. I got 3 Warplock Giselles, 20 clan rats, and the 2 on-foot heroes all done. I'm gonna stop at 20 clan rats for now because 20 is all you need for Spearhead, and chances are this Skaven army is gonna have a lot more than just 40 clan rats. And I'm at 9 hours and 16, almost 17 minutes. So that is like 20 minutes a rat, which is pretty good. I'm happy with 20 minutes a rat, and it means since I've only got the rat ogres, the rattling gun, and the gnaw beast on clan rats, this guy, whatever his name is, only got those guys left, 5 rats, so that should only take an hour and a half, right? Right? Just an hour and a half? Hour and a half? Although the rat faction is meant to be squishy, they do bring a fair number of tough stuff to the battle, and one of the biggest rats is the big ol' ogre rats. I think I can knock out a lot of these guys using the airbrush, and even for the stuff.
So yeah, that's the whole point. The whole point is I really like him. His painting and his painting style and all he does when it comes to painting. Okay, we did it. We did it, boys. We did it, boys. Anything anything else we have to do? I don't think so, right? We're fine? We're cool? Cool, boys. Let me see if anybody's online so I can send you somewhere cool. The spectrum of shoe. The shoe spectrum. So I will be painting this week, this next coming week. I'll probably start with one of the knights and then move to the captain and then move back to the other knights. I have a couple of things that I really want to try out and I think they're gonna look really cool. I'm happy for that. It's gonna be really awesome. Let's see. JS is alive. Let's go ahead and go to JS Urban Adventures if anybody is still here.
Drink and food at the same time.
Go ahead and give him a like and sub. And tell him that I sent you, if you please, so that he knows that I rated him, because I am illegal, as everybody knows, in these sites of the internet, calling, you know. So he probably doesn't know that I cannot rate directly. Thanks so much for being here and for hanging out. We finished one of them. Here it is. Show it off for a little while. We did finish this one off. Here he is. Pretty cool looking model. We got his weapon options ready too. A little bit worried that the magnets are not that strong. A tiny bit worried about that. They seem to be holding pretty fine. Just the getting inside, but I have a little bit of a problem. But yeah, we can get both of them. See? Both weapon options are available. The sword and the maces of absolution. So we can get power swords, which are pretty good. They're very good against infantry. Or we could get the maces, which are okay. They're not that good against the infantry, but they're very good against tanks and monsters. If I want to fight against Tyranids and Tyranid player has a bunch of monsters, I can just use this once and they can go ahead and get some fights and not die. I'm gonna get a Terminator, an ancient Terminator, which is gonna be pretty good. Hopefully things are gonna be fine. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here. Hope I didn't put you to bed or to sleep. If I did, I'm glad we get to hang out for a little bit. Go over there, say hi, take care, and yeah, thank you very much for the support and for hanging out.